Hail, Nessian children of man.
Who's there?
A petulant daughter's act of rebellion against the father who neglected her.
What?
The naive Vestal's sense of justice as dictated by others, unquestioned as it is unflinching. An orphaned existence, ignorant of himself and alone in this world. Has playing as the trusty friend filled your hollow soul, boy?
Show yourself!
Not but children, all of you.
What?
I am done here. I leave the rest to you, Alternus Dim.
Your cooperation is much appreciated.
Cooperation? No. It is simply a matter of friendly concern. My interest lies in the Templars, the Grand Marshal's daughter. You may cast the remaining 3 into the dungeon, if you so wish.
Yes, my lord.
The 2 newest members of the Council of 6 have perished at the hands of the Vestal. 'Tis such a pity. I never had the chance to meet them.
So Victor and Victoria have met their end?
Yes, Lord Marshal.
A tragic end to tragic lives.
Indeed. But the Vestal and her fellow conspirators have been captured.
Though the toll was heavy, we have them at last. Well done, Alternus. Well done.
No, this was not my doing. It was his.
I see.
There was one more matter, Lord Marshal. Your daughter, Idea, is in her room.
And?
I simply thought you'd wish to know.
We finally saw the guy's face.
Is this my room? Where is everybody?
Adia's now the only one in the party. You can fucking murder everyone if you want. Nothing hidden here at all.
No, leave us. I simply wish to speak with my daughter. Now go.
Father. You never learned to knock first, no matter how many times I asked.
It seems like ages.
What have you done with my friends? Where have you taken them?
Your fellow conspirators are held in the dungeon.
The dungeon? I'd feared that. So they yet live?
As for the Wind Vestal,
Agnes! What will you do with her? You'll bring ruin upon Eternia if you harm a hair on her head!
you speak of ruin. It is you and your conspirators who nearly brought ruin upon this land. Crystalism is a cult, a tool for deceiving the masses. We can trust them with the crystals no longer. The Wind Vestal shall never again see the light of day. And should she persist with her uncooperative attitude...
Then it's as I feared. You'll have her executed, though she was merely caught in a web spun of your selfish ideals.
Selfish, you say?
Well, they are, aren't they? You send big men to chase down and capture one little girl. You wage war far and wide. You ravage nature. You bring suffering upon innocence. Are those your ideals, Father? What is it you're trying to do? I don't understand. I just don't understand.
I did not raise you to be such a shallow little fool.
Father, why do you say such things?
The Earth Crystal is now the last of the crystals here upon Luxendark to retain its normal state. All who seek to awaken the crystal, whether the Vestal or my own flesh and blood, shall face the wrath of my blade! You shall remain here whilst you regain your senses.
And just how long am I to be your prisoner?
Until you realize the error of your ways! Redouble the guard. My daughter poses a graver threat than you might think.
It's as I feared. Father does not understand.
Lord DeRosso, Your Grace, what brings you here? It has been 15 years since you last ventured forth.
15, you say? It brings me joy to see what a fine Grand Marshal you have become. For an immortal such as I, 15 years seems but a fleeting moment in time. Do you recall that day? It was dreadfully cold by your reckoning, though just the sort of weather in which I delight. Upon ceding the head counselor's seat to you, I retired to my castle and partook of a goblet of steaming wine. And now 15 years have passed since you rid yourself of me by naming me Archduke. But I ask you, are you content? You seized the Earth Crystal and laid waste to the places sacred to the Orthodoxy. And you brought the crystals under the dominion of man, exploiting them to build your ideal society. All great deeds we failed to accomplish. You should be proud.
I did it not for pride.
I would have you accept my words as true, for there is no veiled reproach therein. Indeed, you have acted most valiantly, unlike we who have long done naught but watch from the shadows. And yet, you have been too hasty, brave the Templar. I fear I do not share your urgency, for my life has spanned 2,400 years. But I understand the reasoning therein, and it is from such understanding that I say you have been too hasty.
Though 15 years have passed, you have changed not one bit. However, if I might respond...
Father just doesn't understand. Right. All ready. It's quite a way to the dungeon, but I'll manage.
Forgive me, Lord Marshal. Is Edea here with you?
No, she is not. She was supposed to be confined to her chambers.
Yes, Lord Marshal, she was. But she suddenly disappeared.
What's this? We're not the sentries vigilant?
They claim never to have stepped from their post. Her chamber door was never opened.
Then how could she have?
Ah, her father's daughter indeed. She acts from the same sentiments. Those sentiments that you once held for the Crystal Orthodoxy.
How could you know that? Have you not been away from this land these 15 years?
Was it not you who drove me to exile? Well, be that as it may. But to one such as I, you and your daughter are one and the same. Passionate, stubborn, not even 100 years old. So it is I can understand what both father and daughter are thinking, simply by watching. You ought try speaking with her, and listening too. Your time for such opportunities grows short. Crystalism, anti-crystalism. The quarrel between you and your daughter is but a proxy for that clash of ideas. Open your heart before it is too late. The very future of this world hangs in the balance.
You truly have not changed, have you?
Is that so? Well, you must forgive me. But lest you forget, it was you who appointed me Archduke.
I know the dungeon key is around here somewhere.
She called through a vent in that dress?
Found it! Now to free everyone.
No, really, she crawled through something of a vent with a skirt made out of spears to just scrape along the way. And yeah, I saw you guys having that philosophical debate. I don't care who's right and who's wrong. That debate is something that can be heavily thought out. You guys have your own opinions. Think of it as you will. I have my own, and I can see both and I can argue both. Because there's enough argument of both from different perspectives. But don't give it too far, don't get it heated. That's all I ask. No one dropping an argument because then it's just gonna go farther than anything else. 4 birds in a cage. And yes, Adia, ring a bell, you are right. Fit of the fiddle. I am unharmed as well. Ah, rude. What's the big idea leaving me out? Oh, sorry, Ari. Wait, Adia isn't here. What? Where is she then? Think about it. This is her home. She had friends here, family. Right about now, You can't think this was all a trap. Adia is not the sort of person to commit such deception. I will not believe it. I will not believe it. After still, with the last boss fight, holding a grudge to the death and never actually having a moment of open forgiveness and acknowledgement that it wasn't her. In this entire point, there's not been a cutscene that I saw where Anya's actually sat down and said, Adia is not the one responsible. She just stormed off and the game said, you know what, forget that entire thing. What the hell? She's right, me neither. And me last of all. I'm saying she's in more danger than all of us. We're only enemies of the state. What, Adia isn't? With her, it's personal. She betrayed them, tis. People here must bear a grudge against her. Do you suspect she is being subjected to an especially cruel punishment? Time out. Ring a bell. Your journal. What does it say? Anything about getting out of here? I'll have a look. Yeah, no luck. So even miraculous tomes have their limits. Then let us send Aria the scout. What? Aria the what now? You can pass between these bars. Please go and have a look around the area. Nice thinking, Agnes. She might be able to track down the cell keys. But what if someone sees me? Do you think I can just muscle through like you all do? Do you see any muscle on me at all? I see wings. I don't see a roof. You might be fine. If we all remain here, we'll all get no closer to the Earth Crystal. Or to Adia. At least see if she's being held here, if the dungeon or not. Oh, fine. You want me to go? I'll go. Wouldn't want Adia harmed. Not that anyone cares what happens to me. Thank you, Ari. I shall be praying for my to my pendant for your safe return. I expect I'll need it. Anyway, here goes nothing. Shh. Wait, I hear something. Eek! What do I do? What do I do? Someone's coming. I've got to hide. Go, gotta hide. What's with all the noise? I can hear you guys from outside. That voice. Adia. Sorry to keep you waiting. I found the keys to this place. I'm just glad to see you're safe. First off, someone just left inside this dungeon a chest full of money. Alright, so give me a small little moment here. I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna get up, stretch, go to the bathroom, and actually my water's actually okay. I haven't been hydrating that much. So, break time. Small little one, alright? And also, ads, if you guys would allow it. If you're not subbed, you'll see an ad. If you have an ad blocker, you're not gonna see an ad. If you're subbed, you won't see an ad. Whichever one you are in. Alright, I'm back. And you actually cataloged them all. So, for Jinkro, ad 1 was struggling, whatever that is. Ad 2, join the Navy. Ad 3, the Discover card. Ad 4, join the Navy again after doing your tour. After that, a box Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Apparently some random Twitch girl. Star Trek, which I didn't know there was an ad for Star Trek going around. And then ad 8 was a tire rack? What does the AdSense think you want to see, Jinkro? What the hell? I will say the ad for another Twitch personality is kind of something off-putting for me to ever use ads, just because I've heard that people can get ads for another Twitch person, and I'm just like, that sounds scummy to advertise someone's stream on someone else's stream. When a lot of people's rules say don't do that. Trick show that isn't new for quite some time already. Alright. Back to the game. Star Trek Picard. Oh no, what do I do? You attacked, alone, the strongest enemy of one of the strongest members of the party. I can take her. She's just a princess. Actually, not even a princess. Or would she be a princess? I'm not sure. First one out, ring a bell.
Are you all right, Ring a Bell?
Why wouldn't I be? I mean, I knew you'd come. All I had to do is sit back and wait. And, well, here you are. I'm the luckiest man alive. You're my savior, my goddess. Let me thank you with a big kiss.
Ring a Bell, are you coming or not? I can leave you here.
Of course. Let's go.
You forget, a hug might be one of the most dangerous things to do with her right now if you see her skirts. Glad you're alright, Ring a Bell. Thank goodness, my dear, I owe you one. And a gentleman always pays his debts. Debts to ladies I repay tenfold. Here he goes. It's always this. If you would have me do something else, my lady, need but ask. Alright then, Ring a Bell, how about you go out with me? That's a very... might I ask what provoked that? If you're my boyfriend, where would you take me? Where's tonight's date? Tonight? Let me see. It's prepare. All this time and you never once stopped to think of what to do with me, if I ever said yes? Well, you see. I'm only teasing you. You can dish it out, but you can't take it at all. Oh, this is useful information. What? You've been treating Tiz like a little brother this whole time. And every time you get the chance, you tease poor Agnes. So, who do I tell this to first? Is neither an option? I vote neither. Then you owe me twice the hush money. Why do he look like he's fighting me with a flat plunger? No! Ring a Bell can do the fucking big grind right there. $5,000 pogs. I have not been really paying attention to names.
You're a lifesaver.
You're quite welcome. But it was really nothing. After all, I was raised within Central Command's walls. I know every nook and cranny.
Were you able to speak with your father?
Huh? What does it matter to you?
You have family you can talk to. You ought to, you know.
You would forgive my father? Grand Marshal of Eternian Forces. Head Counselor of the Council of Six? You've seen how much Agnes has suffered because of my father's orders.
True enough, but...
You need not worry about me. We need to focus on awakening the Earth Crystal.
All right.
And now we got Tiz. What up? Oh, shit, one second. Thanks, I owe you one. Hey, Tiz. Tiz, how did you feel about Agnes? Be honest. What? Whoa, where's this coming from? Adia Lee, ideally. Mother Lee, motherly. Bravely, bravely. Really cool considering their characteristics. Alright, I guess. Never mind, it's written on your face. My face? And hey, you keep it down, would you? Don't worry, she can't hear us from here. And you can't keep hiding your feelings anyway. Go on, tell her. Tell her you like her. What? No, I don't. I mean, the question comes first. This has to be... I didn't mean right this second. Sometime when it's just you two. You tell her. Take her hand and walk your path together, side by side. I mean it, Tiz. You're not going to find anyone else like her if you pass this up. Not ever. Never, ever, ever. Look, would you please keep it down? Fill out the room. Come on. I can't get to that one. She couldn't hear, but she could definitely see.
Agnes, are you all right? I am. Now that you're here, Adia, I'm glad to see you are safe and sound too. Me? Well, the Eternian forces do view you as a traitor to your homeland. I feared they'd have some unspeakable punishment awaiting you. You needn't worry about that. My father is not so draconian as that. And yet, on second thought, at least no harm has come to you.
I'd like to thank you too, Adia. You saved me from having to search this entire dungeon.
Eri, do you think you could have carried this key around? You're so little after all.
It does look really heavy. I'd rather not think about lugging that about.
There's nothing to worry about now that I'm here. Well, I better lead the way. With your poor sense of direction, Agnes, who knows where we'd end up.
Now hold on. My sense of direction has improved. At least somewhat.
Isn't that simply a matter of having Eri and Tiz lead the way?
Well, that may be, but...
Don't take it so hard. Now come on, follow me.
If you say so.
Agnes is back. That means everyone's back. Thank you for the Dragon Fang, I guess. Attack all enemies with fire for 5 times the damage of a conventional attack. I never actually knew what these things did, and I haven't really equipped them yet. Like, I probably should be putting these things on it. I wonder if those actually matter. One day I'll get to it. Okay, hold up. Now it's sorted out. Hate that I can't go in there, though. I feel like that means there's a way there, though. There's gotta be a way to it. Is there an area around here where, like, the character model just, like, vanishes? Because that would probably be it. Really? I figured it would be... There you go. Got it. What? Hold up. $45.90. It doesn't have all in the name, so it's trash. Just saying, Night Emperor is better. How? $45 and $39. What the hell? The Night Emperor is stronger than Excalibur. I don't know why. I wonder what the difference is. I'm a 10 right on stats. If you look for the right hand, 21, 31. But this just says I'm a 45 attack, and this one says 39 attack. Thoughts for later. As long as the dogs are here, technically, even if I needed to, or if I had to, I can grind here. It'd be annoying as hell, but it can be done. Especially because we're just getting those guys constantly, and they're easy sweeps. As long as the Dia is holding axes, it will be a sweep, I think. Where did I miss that? Or I just dodged that. It's gonna take so long! Zeus's Wrath. Is there at least gonna be a healer somewhere? Or a shop guy? Not gonna fill up the map? I probably should. Ah, you're right, I probably should. I mean, it gives me another excuse to, like, just get a couple of fights in. And just keep on getting unscathed ace, because I don't know if these guys have fast attack, or whatever that thing is called. Swordmaster is now done. Even Tiz can now have free lunch. As Ringabel isn't exactly one of the biggest heavy hitters, it's actually kind of okay for him to pick something else. So I guess you're gonna go to working on this now. I haven't activated a trap yet, so let me take that out and put in. Ah, fine. Actually, let me go ahead and do, You can go ahead and use this at 249. Why not? Oh, come on! Another chest right there. Oh, then again, I could go around, but... Fill in this to make sure nothing good. This is gonna take ages. How does 1-2 ending a dagger look? Both hands on the dagger saying, please no shank? I'm actually really surprised that they have not gotten a first attack yet on us. Dragon Fang! Keep getting those. You're jinxing it, boy! I know I am. At least a little bit. Next potion. Like, the wolves, I think, are the only one that can do it to us right now.
Now, if we can get through here, then... Hold on while I try this key. It won't open.
Are you sure? Do we need a different key?
I don't understand. I thought...
Little Edea, in a bit of a bind?
Who's there?
Oh man, what up?
Sage? Is that you? What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? I could ask you the same. As for me, I'm right where I belong.
Right where you...
Yes, indeed. You see, I'm a founding member of the council that preceded the Duchy of Eternia. And that would make me your enemy.
I don't... understand.
I've been sequestered in Yuliana Woods ever since that Templar Brave Lee seized power. But the fact remains, I still count among the members of the Council of Six.
You were acquainted with my father? Then you must have known who I am. Why didn't you say so, you miserable old let?
I saw little need, being that I was in seclusion and no longer attending the council.
This cannot be. You were a trusted friend to us. A teacher-like figure who rendered aid. And to now hear you say you serve Eternia? The people who killed the Earth Vestal, the Fire Vestal, Olivia! I don't understand. Who are you, really?
Who indeed? I am but an outsider looking in.
What do you want with us?
An old friend has risen from a long slumber, so I came to see him. While I was here, I thought I would deliver a warning.
A warning?
Then you yet serve the Duchy's forces and mean to stand against us?
You are not entirely wrong there. This world is not so clean or pleasant as you may think. I suspect your journey this far has taught you as much. Malice is not the only enemy. The road to ruin is oft paved with good intentions. With action comes consequence. The joy of some may be the misery of others. To decide one way is to abandon the other. Knowing this, will you continue upon your chosen road?
Nothing could stop me.
You mean us?
Right. Us. We've come so far together.
Is that so? Well then, have the courage to think and act on your own.
Those words. Have the courage to disobey.
Well now, you do remember.
Sage.
Step back.
Sage?
Know that ever shall I be watching over you.
Alright. I love how no one ever just says what their intentions are. You could have the person in chains hanging over a volcano, and they would still say, I'm doing this for the betterment of everything. You're like, why? I'm trying to help! What did I do wrong? And they're like, I don't care. Meh. They never want to ever speak their intentions. They never want to give explanations. They never want to talk about what's their ideas or anything like that. They just rather... I was about to say they'd rather show it, but when they show their ideals, they'd show nothing purposely but the blatantly, cartoonishly evil aspects of it. It's kind of hilarious. Oh, that's how you get over it. Guards! Kill him! Lifestyle aglow? I actually was I was debating on that so long ago because I remember hearing good things about the game. Buddy bot. At least they're at least logical. 80% of the story would fall apart. A lot of stories would fall apart if the characters were logical, because a lot of a story relies on miscommunication in almost everything that's ever done. Think of a story that's every single character acts logically. Every single character acts with the best intentions, and every single character never misspeaks and never has other people misunderstand his intentions. There would be no story. First off, because every character would be completely rigid, and I feel like everyone would sort of call out saying, these aren't characters, they're walking billboards and scripts. People are not so logical like that. And that's why, in hindsight, and in these sort of scenarios, you can easily sort of poke at anything and say, that doesn't make sense, that's not logical. But then again, not everything is logical. Not everything can be broken down like that. It's very easy to say it, and very easy to speak at it objectively and out of context. In a vacuum, I'm right. But in the scenario, who the fuck knows? Because again, we don't know everything. The game's trying to portray a world as living and everything else, and granted, it has several fucking holes. One of them that I'm not gonna call on, though, is the characters. These are the characters every single fucking moment. The characters themselves, I cannot, because it's very hard to. Because no matter what, if you look at a character and try to call out its flaws, The only thing that can really sort of be used as a counterattack, as well as if they trump all, is emotions and people. And it really is the catch-all on it, really. And Flynn, I'm the good guy. Don't know you were killing civilians and burning cities. Very true, Angelo. Very true. When we see that, they're doing that. When they see it, they're still doing that. But they're, under their eyes, they're doing it with the only logical good reason to ever do that. Unless they just cackle maniacally and say, I'm evil! And just keep on doing it. For example, in the first city, when you meet the pyro, when you first get the black mage, and he wants to keep burning shit. That's cartoonish evil. Adia and the other soldiers, or at least Adia only, really is like, yeah, we shouldn't be doing this. And the soldiers, I'm assuming, have their orders saying like, our place is not to judge, our place is to do orders. But if you look at all the bosses like that, all we see is the cartoonish evilness. But all the soldiers and the way they talk to us say is they just follow orders. And everyone above them all says they're doing it for the greater good. The characters I cannot flaw because the characters are playing their tropes and their roles the way they're supposed to. The logic, though, I'm gonna rip so many holes in that thing. Can you leave or no? You can just fucking go. Interesting. When do humans follow logic and not emotion and conviction? Probably in a controlled environment. But that would be the extent of my answer. But would you look at the time, guys? I gotta go be an adult. I got laundry to do, I got dishes to do, I gotta clean shit up, and I gotta get ready to do other stuff that I don't want to and I don't want to think about. But alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you had a great time. Next week, Wednesday and Friday, Persona 5. We are very close to beating that game, the Royal version, or the third semester. And on Bravely Default, you shall be see me on Saturday next week, where I may or may not do some grinding on some other classes. If I do, you're probably going to see screenshots of it on Discord in the general tab or gallery, just to sort of say, hey, I did this. What the fuck, guys? And also, a tentative, non-committal mention that probably later on tonight, Gundam building stream, because I still have the legs laying right here with nothing on top, and I want to build it, because it looks strange looking at this guy with no chest, arms, or anything, just a legs and torso. It's strange. But alright guys, stay awesome, and hopefully you'll entertain you one more time, another time. See ya. I wouldn't recommend grinding at this point in the game. Why not? It's fun!